What's up, guys? It's Jay, MorninAfterKill, and I'm back here on Destiny, live in the tower. That's my ship! Oh, God, I love my fucking ship, but it's Friday, and we all know what Friday means. Oh, my motherfucking channel, right? That's right. It's time for another visit from Xur, the Agent of the Nine. He's the rare NPC that shows up in the tower once a week with a backpack filled of exotic gear and weaponry. Now, here's something that was crossing my mind while I was loading into the tower this morning. With last generation consoles kind of being left behind with the rise of iron. And there's gonna be some new exotic gear inside the game with the next expansion. Will Xur bring different inventories on last generation and next generation, since it's impossible for him to bring some of the things that he'll bring inside of the Rise of Iron? And, you know, damn sure Bungie's not gonna want to, you know, have some old-ass, crusty-ass gear inside of Xur's inventory for an entire year. He's gonna have to sell some new shit. So how's that gonna work with last gen? Am I gonna have to put up a little post-it on the screen that says, here's what the consoles from last generation have this week, while I'm checking out his shit on, you know, new generation shit? That's just quite the conundrum, isn't it? Let's go ahead and see what this motherfucker with a face full of dicks has in his bag full of gear. Well then. Really, Bungie? Is that what you're gonna encourage this week? Into Iron Boner? No backup plan. Shotgun triggers force barrier overshield, and force barrier's duration is increased. Those of you guys out there, Warrior and Witcher Titans, and your Universal Remotes, and your Juggernauts, and you're running around the corner just running straight into people, and you're just pow right in the face. This is your week, man. And it also has increased reload with shotguns, and increased melee attack speed, and also rocket launcher reload for those heavy rounds. This is a perfect piece of gear here. What else do we have? Discipline and strength. Yeah, you really can't ask for a better pair of Crucible gloves for a Titan right there. If you don't got yourselves no back, even if you do got no backup plans, you might want to check the perks on it to see if they line up with as awesome as these do for PvP. But hot damn, that is not fun to see as a hunter. I'm dead serious. But what is fun to see is the fact that the Radiant Dance Boots has once again made its way back into Xur's inventory. These are actually pretty cool. I used to use these during year one with the Mido while everybody was running around with their thorns. These can be quite annoying if you run a max agility hunter. What it basically does is it allows you to move quickly while you're aiming your weapon. So if you have something like the Mida, which also boosts your movement speed already, you can pretty much strafe almost as fast as you can run. It's fucking stupid. Like, you can literally launch yourself across the map while aiming down the sight with better control. It's crazy, the absolute distance that you can get with these while moving sideways in a short amount of time. I used to love these very, very often, but they brought back the Acrylophage Symbiote in year 2, and then they fixed it. So there's no reason for me to use any other helmet besides that. Or the Graviton Forfeit, though. The Graviton Forfeit is just really awesome piece of gear, because then I get to have Keen Scout on my class and Shade Step at the same time. And I know I don't use Shade Step as often as I should while I'm using the Graviton Forfeit, but man, in those panic situations, Shade Step is hard to beat. even after the nerf, it's still pretty goddamn good. And if you're a Warlock, these are the Impossible Machines, which will grant you the perk Landfall, which is pretty much like a Fist of Havoc while you're in the air, pulling out your tickly fingers, unlimited power. Palpatine impersonation. This is pretty decent pair of gauntlets, but I see a lot more people running Voidwalker these days with the nothing manacles. Getting hit with that fucking purple drink. Oh, goddamn. And we got the Dragon's Breath, which recently got a rework, actually, and now it drops napalm, like some bombs over Baghdad. See, this is release trigger after weapon fire to drop a solar damage napalm canister. It used to drop a little solar flare on the ground that was kind of like one of the grenades that I've seen being used in the game, but this now drops napalm. I've seen people use it quite effectively by just launching it over top, like, buildings to get to the other side of the map and drop it on people's spawns in the Crucible. There are a lot better places to use a Dragon's Breath than the Crucible, especially if you're going to use an exotic heavy. You might as well just use the Truth. Have you ever seen the way a Truth can hook around a goddamn corner? It's scary, man. It's crazy how nature does that. And then for those of you guys out there with your Year 1 Legendary Engrams collection, this is going to be your time to get your thorns. This is a really fucked up PvP fucking... God damn it, Bungie, what are you doing to us, man? It's like Bungie is definitely trying to fuck the Crucible up for the rest of the week. So those of you guys out there, if you don't have any of your Year 1 exotic weapons, go ahead and pick this up. You will be able to get your thorns from this, so you don't have to waste time like we did doing bounties all goddamn day on every character trying to wait for an exotic bounty. Y'all Year 2 players don't know shit about that. And you guys sure is Dirty Needle Exchange. Like, for some reason, like, maybe you're a Titan and you're like, you know what? I don't want to use a shotgun or rocket launcher. I don't want increased melee attack. Who wants any of these perks on a new backup play? You don't want that. You want to have something else on these. So what you would do is you'd buy some dirty needles, exchange them for some clean glass needles, and come on over here and Twist of Fate, which will change the stats on the inside here, but it will not change your light level or the progression made on any of these bubbles. So you don't need shotgun loader, rocket launcher. Who wants that for PvP? Nobody. And we got the 3 of coins. I would stock up on these because I've had a feeling that it's possible that 3 of coins might go the way of the dodo when Rise of Iron comes out. So you might want to pick some of these up just to stash in case that happens and you're no longer able to purchase these. Stash them in the bank. Make sure that Bungie doesn't take away your ability to farm exotic engrams from either the Crucible. Yes, they drop from the end of matches when you're using one of these, or you can get them from the yellow bar ultra enemies inside of PvE. Yes, it also does work in the Sparrow Racing League, although it doesn't look like Sparrow Racing League is coming back anytime. So it's kind of sad. It's hoping to come back before Rise of Iron, but we heard nothing yet. Maybe August will be our month. And we got the heavy ammo synthesis. If you have some extra strange coins and you're running low on that purple drink, sure's got your back. However, he sells it a little bit more expensive than he did in Year 1. Year 1, it was 5 for 1. Now it's 3 for 1. So if you want to go out to Varix in the Reef, yes. He'll sell you some purple drag for a little bit of glimmer and a little bit of ether seeds, which you should probably have a ton of these laying around in your bank or inside your inventory. All your characters, because they drop fairly often, and you probably don't even need to farm them. Although you can. You probably just don't want to waste your time doing it. But if you want to be a Sparrow hipster like me, you can go ahead and purchase one of his Stealth Drive, Plasma Drive Contrail upgrades, which will give you the color of the contrail as denoted by the player card. So we go and take a look. This is my blue rarity Sparrow. I upgraded it to a legendary with one of those, and it now has an unusual green trail that follows behind it. People are like, oh my god, why does it look like Mountain Dew's coming out of the back of your goddamn Sparrow? And I'm like, oh, well, it's powered by Diva. there's Doritos underneath too. You want to go take a look? Get under my Sparrow, bitch! Run you over. But that's all for sure this week. That's a pretty fucked up PvP inventory, though. I feel like Bungie does this shit on purpose. I know, like year one, we all believed the hype of Deej. It's like, oh yeah, sure, it's randomly generated. He has a will of his own. He's not controlled by Bungie. Yeah, he is. When it's Iron Banner this week, and you see all that fucking trash sitting inside his inventory, yeah, there's no way that Xur's not controlled by Bungie. We know this, especially when we saw them sell the Yellowhorn right before they nerfed it. That was kind of fucked up. So, my name is Jay. MorninAfterKill. I want to thank you guys for watching. Make sure you guys rate, comment, subscribe. If you could leave a thumbs up on the video, I'd highly appreciate it because it gives me motivation to make more videos for you motherfuckers that watch my motherfucking videos. Tell me in the comment section down below, how do you think Xur's gonna work in Rise of Iron? Do you think that he's gonna have separate inventories on last generation and next generation consoles? Or do you feel like Bungie is gonna just make Xur sell a bunch of garbage from year one and year two and just ignore all the new shit, so we could just be like, oh hey look, Xur is still useless? Tell me in that comment section down below. My name's Jay. MorninAfterKill. Thanks for watching, and I'm gonna see y'all motherfuckers later.